Jaya Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna Balaram Hare Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Hare Krishna Balaram Hare Krishna Balaram Hare Krishna Balaram Jai Jai Prabhupada 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 Jai Jai Devam Vishnupada Paramahamsa Paripasacharya Ashtottara Saraswashima Aveshanarvita Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Devam Vishnupada Paramahamsa Paripasacharya Ashtottara Saraswashima Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananda Koti Vaishnava Ki Jai. Mama Acharya Sri Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Srimad Bhagavad Gita Ki Jai. Jai Gaur Premanande. Krishna. Reading from Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 14, text 20. 14th chapter, text number 20.
वासुदेवाय
गुणान् एतान् अतीत्यात्रिन् देहि देह समुद्भवान् जन्म मृत्यु जरा दुःखे विमुक्तो मृतमश्नुते गुणान् एतान् अतीत्यात्रिन् देहि देह समुद्भवान् जन्म मृत्यु जरा दुःखे विमुक्तो मृतमश्नुते गुणान् एतान् अतीत्यात्रिन् देहि देह समुद्भवान् जन्म मृत्यु जरा दुःखे विमुक्तो मृतमश्नुते
गुणानेतान्
अतीत्यात्रिन्
देहि देह समुद्भवान् जन्म मृत्यु जरा दुःखे विमुक्तो अमृतमश्नुते
गुणान् एतान् अतीत्यात्रिन् देहि देह समुद्भवान् जन्म मृत्यु जरा दुःखे विमुक्तो अमृतम् अश्नुते
गुणान् एतान् अतीत्यात्रिन् देहि देह समुद्भवान् जन्म मृत्यु जरा दुःखे विमुक्तो अमृतम् अश्नुते
Translation. We can read slogan. Repeat.
गुणान् एतान्
अतीत्यात्रिन्
देहि देह समुद्भवान् जन्म मृत्यु जरा दुःखे विमुक्तो अमृतो
अश्नुते
विमुक्तो अमृतम् अश्नुते
गुणान् एतान् अतीत्यात्रिन् देहि देह समुद्भवान् जन्म मृत्यु जरा दुःखे विमुक्तो मृतमश्नुते माताजी something else to गुणान् एतान् अतीत्यात्रिन् देहि देह समुद्भवान् जन्म मृत्यु जरा दुःखे विमुक्तो मृतमश्नुते गुणान् एतान् अतीत्यात्रिन् देहि देह समुद्भवान् जन्म मृत्यु जरा दुःखे विमुक्तो मृतमश्नुते What word meaning? Gunan. Qualities. Etan. All these. Aditya. Transcending. Three. Dehi. The embodied. Deha. The body. Samudbhavan. Produced of. Janma. Of birth. Mrityu. Death. Jara. And old age. Dukkhe. Distresses. Vimuktaha. Being freed from. Amritam. Nectar. Ashnute. He enjoys. Translation covered by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. when the embodied being is able to transcend these three modes associated with the material body, he can become free from birth, death, old age, and their distresses, and can enjoy better even in this life. But how one can stay in the transcendental position even in this body in full Krishna consciousness is explained in this verse. The Sanskrit word Dehi means embodied. Although one is within this material body, by his advancement in spiritual knowledge, he can be freed from the influence of the modes of nature. He can enjoy the happiness of spiritual life even in this body, because after leaving this body, he is certainly going to the spiritual sky. But even in this body, he can enjoy spiritual happiness. In other words, devotional service in Krishna consciousness is the sign of liberation from material entanglement. And this will be explained in the 18th chapter. When one is freed from the influence of the modes of material nature, he enters into devotional service. Om Adhyāna Chakshurādhyā Chakshurūmīlitam Ena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Ena Bhutale Swayam Rupadanamukhyam Tadāpi Samamandiram Vandeham Shri Guru Shridharaparam Shri Guru Vaishnavamsya Shri Guru Sārajatam Satanadam Vidarbam Sajivam Sādhvetam Sādhvam Pradesarinam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padar Krishna Vaishnavamsya. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshnaaya Bhute Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swami Pradinamye Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Prajayane Visheshta Shubhavani Paskari Visheshane Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gurunatanda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Vancha Kalpataru Vishnu Kripa Sindhu Vacha Paditanam Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, so we welcome all for this today's Bhagavad session. Prabhu has come earlier, Prabhu? Second time. Name Prabhu? Yes. Okay. I think you are in the group also, no? Gītā person. WhatsApp group. Thank you for coming. Mataji has come second time also. So Mataji actually came last week first time. So he is interested to be a part of this part of the family. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for the wonderful people who left the people from after. So we have some devotees who went to Sri Vrindavan. So we have very less people only. Actually, they will be praying for us. They are in Vrindavan now. So we are fortunate to have those devotees who are praying very well for us. Those prayers are the which, through prayers, so you can sustain devotional service. So somehow by their mercy, we are here. By devotees' mercy. So today we are discussing from Bhagavad Gītā 14th chapter, 20th sloka. So we have been continuing for past few weeks this three modes of material nature, this chapter. So many verses has been covered. So we can see this this chapter what has been described. Like mainly the summary begins in this chapter 14, which is named as the three modes of material nature. So here we can understand that actually the embodied soul is under the control of three modes. Actually, no, which are the three modes? Sattva-guna, Rajo-guna, and Tamo-guna. All of us are under the control of these three modes. In any moment, we will be under the control of maybe under two modes or three modes, but we are under the control. So, these gunas or modes are known as qualities actually. Based on these gunas, we develop those qualities. So, we can see that actually passion and ignorance, and in this chapter actually Lord Krishna clearly explains what are these three modes and how they act upon us. How they act upon us. How, and very important is how one can transcend these three modes and the symptoms of those who are again this transcendental stage. These are the four contents of this chapter. So in 18th chapter, more discussion will be happening. So this sloka is one of the crux of this chapter. We can see because we are telling that there are three modes of material nature are actually controlling us. So how we can come out of these three modes is being explained. How we can come out of these three modes is being explained. Because we know we are under this Sattva-guna, Rajo-guna, Tamo-guna. You can see that if you go to slogan number, I think 5, go. Because just I want to revise one slogan so that we get an idea. 4 or 5, 14. So in this 45, it has been explained in translation, material nature consists of 3 modes: goodness, passion, and ignorance. When the entire living entity comes in contact with nature, or mighty Arjuna, he becomes conditioned by 3 modes. So whenever we take birth in this material world, in this material body, we are being conditioned by either of these 3 modes. So these 3 modes are known as guna, or we call it as ropes. Actually, you can see. What is the meaning of rope? You should tie this, like this guna are also known as ropes. So these are tying us. We can see in our, if we take our entire day, sometimes we'll be happy in the morning, then suddenly we'll be distressed. Sometimes we'll be lazy. I think we all can experience this thing very easily. So maybe morning we'll be very happy, we'll be very soft-spoken, and after maybe as sun actually comes up, then gradually our habits will be changed, or maybe the dealings or the way in which we deal with people also will get changed, and the night will be another mode. So similarly, so these 3 modes, we have been affected by these 3 modes. So based on these 3 modes, we will be having some happiness, maybe more of goodness, we will experience some so-called happiness, we will be doing some charity, we will be satisfied that I am doing some good thing, I am going to temple, I am doing some religious things, so I will be happy, I am doing something good. And in mode of passion, one will be using rajas. Rajoguna means he will be actually greed. He wants to accumulate more. I want to make more money. I want to become number 1. I want to become the best one person in the world. Like that, all these things will happen in the mode of passion. Somebody is riding car very speedily, then he is in mode of passion. You understand? So similarly, in this way, in mode of ignorance, we will be completely lethargic, we will be lazy. We won't feel like anything to do. Sometimes we feel that I want to sleep more, or I don't want to do anything like that. So we experience all these kind of things in our life. So again, it is been mentioned actually. If we see again in one of the slokas, you see. So this mode of goodness is actually controlling us. And again in this, I think in last class, Sushant Guru actually explained that one important sloka. Urdu Jasanti Sattvasta Madhya Tishthanti Rajasa Jaganya Guna Vrittista Adho Gachanti Tamasa. This sloka is very important. So what will happen? Those who are situated in the mode of goodness. Those who are situated in the mode of goodness, Urdu Jasanti Sattwasta. Urdu means we go up. So you will be going up to have higher planets. Madhya Tishthanti Rajasa. Madhya means in the middle. Those who are more of passion, they report this same earthly planets. And Jaganya Guna Vrittista Adho Gachanti Tamasa. Jaganya Guna Vrittista. So those who are in this mode of ignorance, what will happen to them is that they will go tamasa. Those who are in, they will go down to negative planets. So this has been explained. So those who are in mode of goodness, they have some other destination, mode of passion they have in the earthly planets, and those who are mode of ignorance, they will go down. So we understood what is mode of goodness, passion, ignorance, and what is the destination. So here in this yoga, it's very important that how we can cross over this modes of nature as we explained. For example, I can just tell you one thing. We are being to a new house. Some new house has been constructed. So we are being entrusted the key and everything, or we are a newcomer to that house. So we are coming to that house having many stories of buildings. And suddenly fire breaks out. So what we will do? We will check for what actually, how we can fix it through the emergency exit. We will check for that, escape will be. So similarly, we are in this material world, but we are not feeling that actually we are being suffering. That is the truth actually. Because of illusion, we see that actually we are happy here. Somehow our message has been, we are getting so many things. For eating, sleeping, making, defending, so we are happy. So we think that actually it is happy to be here. But unfortunately, we cannot be here for every time. Then we can understand. Nobody, those who have taken birth, they must die. We tell them as sure as death. So in that way, we can understand that actually here, so definitely it's displeasing for all of us to die. We don't want to die. No, actually we want, what we want actually, we want permanent happiness or eternal happiness we need. So what is the sutra for that permanent happiness? Formula for permanent happiness has been explained. So in this sloka, Guna Eta Adityatre Vehi Deta Samabhavan Janma Mrityu Jara Dukhe Abhimukto Bhavashvate. When the embodied being is able to transcend these three modes associated with the material body, he can become free from birth, death, old age, and the distresses and can enjoy even in this life. So this sloka is hope-giving sloka for all of us. Because so when this embodied being is able to transcend these three modes, this word is very important, transcend, to cross over these three modes, then what he can do? So he can become free from Janma Mrityu Jara Mrati. Actually, Janma Mrityu Jara Mrati, Dukkha Dosha and Darshana. So what are the reasons for distresses? We may think that actually I don't have a good job, or maybe I think that I don't have good family, or I don't have good salary. These are the reasons for the distresses. But actually, if you see, all these distresses are temporary because they are associated with the body. You can see that, no? All this job or salary, everything will be there till 60th year. So the company to which we are going now, if you see that actually, they will ask for our ID card and we can just punch in and punch out and we can go inside. So we may think that actually this is my company, I am serving this company. But what will happen after 60 years? When you go there, whether they will allow you to enter? No. Then you will give a visitor, you have to take a visitor pass and you have to go. So everything here in this material world is temporary except our relationship with Krishna and devotees. So an intelligent human being should think that how I can be happy permanently. So if you think that actually if I become the CEO of my company, or if I get 10 lakhs as salary, or if I get good family, whether I will be happy actually. Just we can ponder on this point that whether the salary is giving us happiness, maybe we get changed from one company to another company, then we get good salary. Then the first month we will be happy, then again we will be not feeling that happiness. For example, as Prabhu got in ISRO, so that I will be very happy when he got in ISRO. Then after that we are able to get that happiness. No, we are not able to get that happiness. And Prabhu is in, I think, TCS training. So we will be thrilled actually and getting to TCS. And Prabhu will be there for only very short time. Actually, Prabhu will be giving us, he came for training and he gave us his association services. We are grateful to him. So, and Prabhu has to go after this training. So if he wants to be in Trivandrum, also he cannot be there. Actually, that is very less. We have to go from here and there. And he will be going to Kolkata and both. He will be posting. So similarly, if you see, so nothing here is permanent actually. Whatever if you see, even our relationship with family members also. We cannot tell them, oh God, when I am leaving, please bring my family and children, let me go to the other world. But we cannot have. Everyone has different questions because we tell no children like that. So based on that, we have to pass this. So one thing is common in this question paper. What is that common thing? We all can have this eternal relationship with Krishna. Anybody can learn. It doesn't need any educational qualification or intelligence or birth in high family. Nothing is required. If somebody is sincere, he can have this loving relationship with Krishna. He can establish that loving relationship with Krishna. So for that actually, so that is being actually explained here. So how we can transcend these three modes? We mentioned goodness, passion, ignorance. So these three modes are binding us actually. Sometimes we don't want to, for example, if you see, as an example you can see, somebody doesn't want to smoke, but again he is forced to smoke, no? Sometimes. Because this mode of ignorance is making him. Sometimes he sees that actually I got a fine, so I should not exceed 80 kilometers per hour in my vehicle. But what happens? But due to mode of passion, I want to go fast, I want to overtake the road. Similarly, in mode of goodness also we see I am doing charity, so I am a great person, like that thinking will come. Even in mode of goodness is also binding. We may think that actually I am coming to Bhagavad session and doing some good thing. So that mode of goodness also makes us think that I am this body or I am doing something, so I am happy with this place. So unfortunately, you cannot be permanently happy in this place. To work maybe. They have to leave this body once the time comes out. So in this short period of time, so I think we all agree, no? Actually, we are under the mode of meditation. Everybody is having any doubt regarding this modes of meditation. You're able to understand what is it? Like modes of meditation. So we are constantly tormented. The best thing is that actually when we go to sleep, we keep the alarm at 3:30 or 4. So we want to get up early morning, but somehow what will happen? That mode of ignorance will be that, oh, you are tired yesterday, but many services. So you just take more nap. Then what will happen? We'll snooze that button again, and we'll wake up very late. Then after waking up, we'll be feeling some frustration. Oh, I slept more. I wanted to wake up very early. But if you are going for a train, what will happen? Automatically, what will happen? You'll be conscious that even before alarm breaks, sometimes we wake up. So if you want to go to company, some interview. So similarly, if we feel that seriousness in something, then automatically we will become sincere. No, actually, after a training. Even if we don't sleep, also we wake up the next day. Similarly, if you see that if you want to transcend this modes of material nature, we have to take shelter of the Supreme Lord. That's what actually Bhagavad Gītā is mentioning. So if you see, the purpose of human life is to understand who we are and from where we have come and what is our relationship with Krishna. These are the basic questions one should ponder in this human form of life. But how many of us have asked this question? Nobody has asked the question. Actually, if I see that actually when I came to in the initial days of Krishna consciousness, actually I didn't think of these questions at all. Maybe 1 or 2% of people have pondered about this actually. So one of my Gītā classmates actually, so he was having mental discussions. And fortunately, somehow or other actually, he went for a counseling. One of our professors was in computer science department, so we don't have any relation with him actually, we did mechanical. But so he taught us C and C++ in 2 semesters. So which was very difficult for us because we don't have any programming background. So what happened was that actually he was having so many discussions actually. He was feeling so much of discussions and somehow or other he got in connection with that professor. So he gave him a counseling and he started discussing Bhagavad Gītā and everything. So he gradually find out some happiness in that. So at that time I was with many of my classmates and doing everything which we should not do. So I was going with them to the, so we know that due to the association we do things which we should not do. So like that I was just going, I was thinking that actually this human life is meant for enjoyment, so we should do whatever we need in this age. So like that I was going and so he just invited me like that. That's about it. He was very close friend of mine and he just wanted me to come. So I was not interested anyway like that. I thought that anyway he's calling and somehow that by our family tradition also, little bit of piety was there in our family, like to all these things. So generally to do some social activities also we used to do because when I was in first year and second year at that time, like studying on the of engineering in only Kappala itself actually. So the year before we joined, there was tsunami actually. Tsunami waves came in 2004. So 2005 itself when I joined actually, so we had, so every Sunday we used to do some social activities. We used to go for building these houses and all. So we used to go for the seva and all. So generally I had that inclination to do some social activities, but at that time I was not knowing what to do. So everyone used to go, then I used to go. I used to go for the services in the morning. Evening I used to do some cutting services and some service I used to do. Even I don't have that much interest in studies, but I used to have some interest in this social activities. But gradually, when I came in touch with this professor by Krishna's Gurus and Lord Buddhist mercy, so when I came with him, so he nicely presented this Bhagavad Gītā. We had a Kirtan, nice presentation of Bhagavad Gītā. So I could understand who we are, from where we came, what is our real duty. So everything has been explained very nicely in this Bhagavad Gītā. Only thing I just study is Bhagavad Gītā is the holy book of Hindus. Only the connection with Bhagavad Gītā is that much only. Otherwise, I didn't know Bhagavad Gītā even one time also. But by the association, then I came to know about Bhagavad Gītā classes and we had Wednesday programs happening in this room itself actually. Even though there are so many troubles came because in this room also many other professors are there, so they want to promote all these things. But he got the permission. And we started with 2 people, then gradually 4 people came. So we had Wednesday we had a nice kirtans class, and after that there is a nice fruit custard that also used to make. So we wait for that eagerly for Prashad. So like that we had, and we got the gradually when more members came, then we had a Friday program also. So he used to cook everything, rice, sambar. He was from actually Andhra. He was just 4 years senior to us, but he don't know anything about like Kerala. After his studies, he got his admission. He got his first job in his Andhra. So he came. He was very new to everything, new to Kerala. He don't know Malayalam. But he was connected with this spot. So when he came here, he directly went to the nearest center. That's what actually devotees in India do. Wherever we go, we check for centers. But at that time, it's not Google was not that popular. But he got this Bhagavad Gītā, he got the center name. So when he went and met his great Jagasashi Guru, so he had a small temple in Daika around 2004. So Prabhu told him that actually, as you are being in a college, so you should do youth preaching. So generally, we don't take that much risk because I am new to the place, and generally that is being told by Bhagavad, some other religious things is going on. So generally, we won't take any risk, but he took the risk for the Krishna and devotees. So he gradually started doing the programs in his home. So we had Friday program, so we had Kirtan's class, and we had nice feast Krishna. So gradually then, more devotees used to come. So we started coming, and once in a while we used to come Sundays to Taika, a small temple. So we feel like something, our concept temple means something we used to go, we used to remove our shirt and go inside. But then we went to ISKCON temple, we see the very nice lifting the hands, dancing, chanting. So very nice, especially you can find that ambience when you first come to ISKCON temple. I think so. The way that deities dress, the way that people have to lecture, have prashad, the loving devotees. So in that way, gradually we got attracted, and more and more devotees connected, and we used to come for Sunday program. We used to come. Sometimes we used to stay Saturday night in the temple. We used to have to do some services. Then Sunday program we used to go back to the college. So like that, many people started coming. So gradually, many batchmates they got inspired to start off with us, and still they are continuing. They are continuing to different places, even though they are married, and we only started to some of these spots that are by the Muslims devotees. So what I used to do is actually like, so generally, so the Bhagavad Gītā is not which inspires us a lot. The knowledge in Bhagavad Gītā is, actually if we see that the knowledge is nothing of this material world. It's actually transcendental, because this knowledge helps us to cross off this material world. So actually, if you see that actually, scientists are trying to stop death. If you see, they are doing some researches, how we can stop death, how we can stop old aging, how we can stop disease. But is it happening? No. Those who have actually taken birth, they have to die. Even Srila Prabhupada is one of the lectures, he beautifully explains that actually. One of the very richest person, he's been hospitalized in the hospital. So he asked, oh doctor, can you please help me? Can you please extend my life to 5 more years? I have more projects to be done. So he's asking the doctor. So doctor was telling, so he was a very humble doctor. So he's telling that, oh my son, even I cannot extend to 5 years or even your life. So whatever Lord decides, that will happen. In God we trust actually. Even doctors also tell the same thing. If God wants, then that will happen. Somebody can extend his life. So Prabhupada clearly mentions. So when we have taken birth, already death is already, actually already death is there as well as that. When will that happen? It's also mentioned. So we are trying to stop this birth, death, old age and disease from time immemorial. We are trying. But using our material intelligence and knowledge, we cannot stop it actually. Even if you can see, as I have explained very early, you might have heard of Michael Jackson. So Michael Jackson, if you see, at one time in Google, most of the times they have searched is for Michael Jackson's death, how death happened. Because wherever he went for his music thing, he has done this plastic surgery, and he will go with a group of doctors. Around 10 doctors will be there. Every time they will check his heart beating, pressure, everything will be checked. So whenever he will go, he has this mobile hospital will happen, he has this every kind of bed also is there. So that he will actually analyze when his death will happen like that. So many technologies was there. So he wanted to stay for 100 years. Because he has also more money, So he wants to maintain that beauty, he wants to maintain his health, just maintain his body, and he wants to stay alive for hundreds of years. So, series of 9 doctors used to control him, the diet, everything is controlled, and wherever he went, he has daily protection, everything was happening. So everyone was thinking that actually Michael Jackson will stay for 100 years. But what happened was that suddenly after the program, death came around 50 years. Normally, if he doesn't have the plastic surgery, he might have survived for more years. But what has happened actually, if you try to control the material nature will not accept. So that's what actually, we cannot postpone our death or we cannot control our birth, death or disease. So even when a boy takes birth in the hospital, it's already actually it is attested that this boy has to take birth in this home. The father will become like that. According to the karma, they get the new birth. So similarly, so when we take birth, then death is there. Then there is old age and disease. We doesn't want to become old, but we are getting old now. If you see our photo some 5 years before now, we are getting changed actually. Everyone is getting changed. Even though we may do some makeup and we do something else, but we are getting old. And we can understand that our bodies will function like that. No? Like 5 years before we be running and doing everything, but we are not able to do anything now. And ultimately diseases are also coming. No, actually, preliminary types of diseases are coming. So what we can do then? So whether Krishna has put us in such a jail which we cannot escape? So this is our question. No? Then Krishna wants us to suffer? No. Actually, the reason for our suffering is who? We himself actually. Because if we study Bhagavad Gītā, we can understand that actually we are not this spirit. We are not these bodies, we are spirit souls. Then we can understand, no, when somebody dies, his body is there. So somebody is saying, oh, my father has gone, father has gone. So whether father has gone? No, actually his body is there. So who has gone? Then why is crying? So till that moment, he doesn't know who is his father. So his father has gone means actually that father has gone with the body. Then actually the thing which has gone is consciousness of soul. So the soul has left. Even we can see that some scientists, they tried to capture this soul. They kept some super ultra cameras in their room, and somebody was lying to die. They kept all the cameras and everything to capture the death moment. But the person died, but they couldn't capture anything. Because soul is very small. Like explain, Keshagra, Shadabhagasya, Shadata Kalpudasya. Like Keshagra, explained in last class. Like the tip of the hand, 1 by 10,000 part of the tip of the hand is the soul's measurement. So that we can see with the material eyes, not possible. No? So that soul they wanted to actually trace it out. But actually, because we have forgotten God, and God has given this independence that whether we can love Him or leave Him. That independence has been given to each and every individual soul. So whether some of us, not some of us, actually every one of us who is in material world has misutilized that independence and has taken birth in this material world, which we call as Dukkha, because this is a material, actually this is like a jail. As generally, if we see that actually, those persons who doesn't abide in the law of the government, they will be taken off to the jail. Those who doesn't abide the laws of the government, they will go to the jail. Government doesn't have the interest to build a jail. No, actually, government wants everyone to come to jail. No. But why they are constructing the jail? Because they know that out of some 100, some 10 will be going to the jail. They will be doing something fine and everything. So similarly, this material world, so government is building the jail not for their own interest, because they know that some persons will do some crime and they will go to the jail. So similarly here, Krishna has given us this material world because we wanted to be independent of Krishna and we doesn't want to serve Krishna, because being part and parcel of Krishna, our duty is to serve Him. That's what actually every Shastra's mentions. So but we misutilized that independence and we just wanted to become the Lord. I want to be the Lord. I want to be the God. When that mentality came, Krishna will tell, oh my dear son, you can go to this material world, you can become the master. So we have His mercy sent us to this material world. So when we come to this material world, we can understand that actually, if one is intelligent, he can understand that actually there is many problems happening over here. I want to be happy, but some of the many businesses are coming, many diseases are coming, many problems are happening. Even I doesn't want to happen like that, that is happening. So we can understand that actually we are under the control of material nature, force of nature. So what I can do? So many people may think that actually everything happens like this. So let me enjoy and let me die, and wherever I go, let me go. Or some people may tell that actually nothing will happen. Just like eat and be worried. Eat, sleep and enjoy like that. So some people are thinking like that actually. But we can understand that actually our enjoyment tendency is very small. If I want to enjoy, how many gulab jamuns I can take if I want to enjoy? I have some limitation. So my enjoyment tendency is very small. I cannot enjoy with these material objects. Because if I want to get enjoyment, then I have to do enjoyment to Krishna. That's what Krishna means. You can actually experience when you come here, when you sit in the Gītā, who are maybe taking the class when you have the prashad, the happiness which you are feeling, and the happiness which you get when you go to some other places, you feel that some difference. You can actually tell it truly. There is no need to hide anything. Just I'm asking for the pain. We can understand when we come here, we do some seva, when we hear some pictures. Everyone is getting that happiness because it is our eternal position to glorify Krishna, to serve Krishna. So when we forget that and when we do other things, then what will happen? Then we will feel that distresses. So that is what actually I just want to give a preface to this sloka, just a little bit. So we are suffering because we have forgotten Lord, and Krishna has given mercifully. So he is not thinking that actually you should be in this jail for every time. Krishna has given his mercy through his holy names, through his Bhagavad Gītā, through his devotees. So he has given his mercy. Because devotees, what they are doing, you come to the program, you chant here, like that. Bhagavad Gītā is available for everyone. They can read Bhagavad Gītā and they can understand that actually if I want to be happy, then I should serve and please Krishna. So that is the essence of Bhagavad Gītā. So when we do that thing, we will be happy. So we can try. If I go to some places abroad, I will be happy. If I get some good job, I will be happy. Or if I go to some place, I will be happy. If I get some nice food, I will be happy. But all these happinesses are for limited time. But every one of us wants what? Permanent happiness, eternal happiness. That happiness is not diminished. So in spiritual things, the happiness will increase. We can experience unlimited happiness, or we call it as bliss, actually called. So that happiness we can experience even in this body. We doesn't want to go to spiritual world. Even if we are here, we can experience that spiritual happiness if we are getting connected to Krishna. So when we get connected to Krishna and gradually develop that love for Krishna and sincerity, then we can overcome this modes of material nature and transcend them. So there is no need for us to separately think that, oh, I am in mode of goodness, or I am in mode of passion, or I am in mode of ignorance. There is no need to think like that. What we have to do? We have to go for the higher purpose. What we have to do? We have to get connected to Krishna. When we get connected to Krishna, automatically this modes of goodness, passion, ignorance will get removed. So there is no need to separately do that. There is no need to do separately think that actually that mode of goodness, passion, ignorance should be removed. What we have to do, we have to go for positive engagement, we call it. So these all things are negative. Positive engagement means what we have to do, we have to get connected to Krishna. So how we can do? So we may think that actually to get connected to Krishna, we should be brahmachari or sannyasi, like that. Never actually, we can see that in Bhagavad Gītā, who is Lord Krishna is instructing to whom? Arjuna. Who is Arjuna? He is the greatest warrior. So for a warrior to fight and everything means actually you should have that much consciousness and that much intelligence. And so we can think that actually you have to do some work here. So we have to be concentrated. So how much concentration should we have? So Krishna is telling to do it nicely so that whatever info I am getting, let me use Krishna's services. Like whatever question we are getting, whatever getting. So whatever home we are getting, we can use it as Krishna's home. Because whatever buildings we are seeing, it's not ours actually. No. Some years before that building belongs to somebody else. Some years after it will belong to somebody else. So to whom this building will belong to actually? Krishna. Bhumir, Amo, Nalo, Vayu, Kam, Mano, Buddhi, Revaja, Ahangara, Mudapa, Kakao, Nidhi. So all this, earth, water, fire, either, actually, and everything, all this belongs to Krishna only. Because Krishna himself says actually, Ham Samasya Prabhu, Mata Saram Pravadaya. By his energy, everything is happening. If you see that actually. Mata Paradhan Jnanya, Kinchik Asti Dhananjaya. Actually, why? Actually, if you see that, if you have Mata Paradhan Jnanya, whatever he is working, whatever energy we see, everything is happening by Krishna's energy. So everything is actually everything is tied on a string made of pearls. So without that string, whether the birds can exist, whether a garland can exist, no. The bird is the main binding factor. Similarly, whatever we see, everything happens by Krishna's will and mercy. So when we understand that point, that Krishna is the enjoyer. So if I give enjoyment to Krishna, I will be happy. So we understand that part, then we can be happy. That is the essence of Bhagavad Gītā. How we can get the happiness. We may think that actually if I want to get happiness, I should do something to me. I should give more to me. I should get more. So whether we have find any happiness, we cannot get that happiness. So because we can see that actually even money cannot buy happiness. Whether I can go to Lulu market and tell I want 100 kilos of happiness. Somebody can give. No, happiness cannot be given like that actually. Happiness is the direction with the Supreme Lord. We get some happiness with family members. Actually, with wife and husband. The loving tendency is coming from Krishna. So when we love Krishna and make them also Krishna conscious, that home will become Vaikuntha. That's what actually Bhagavad Gītā also tells. Otherwise, what will happen? I am attached to my wife or I am attached to my kid. Sometimes when they are not acting according to my way, then I will get angry. But when we understand that actually all these things are being given to me as a caretaker, I should caretake of them. And let me also make them Krishna conscious. Then I will be happy because in a home where there is Krishna conscious people, you don't think that actually who is the center? Krishna is the center. So you don't think that actually wife will think that I should cook nicely for Krishna. Husband will think that actually I should earn nicely so that I can serve Krishna in my home. Child will also think that I should study nicely so that I can utilize my talents in serving Krishna. So there is a common center. Because I have mentioned earlier also, if you go to a pond and if we throw some stones here and there, what will happen? Then the ripples will come. So I am putting the stone there, Prabhu is putting the stone there, Prabhu is putting the stone there. Then what will happen? That all these circles will intersect and what will happen? That circle will not go more. The ripples will not go move ahead. It will get cancelled. Actually, it will mix it. But at the same time, if all of us are putting in the same point and throwing the stone, what will happen? Slowly, the circles will expand till the end of that ocean or pond. Similarly, if we make Krishna as the center of our home, then that happiness will expand like that. So this is the secret which you want to know from Bhagavad Gītā. So it's easy to tell that actually to give happiness to Krishna is the key of our human life. But unfortunately, whatever we have studied and whatever way in which we have been brought up, we are the center. I am number one. I am good. Like that, our ego has been inflated actually. So first we should know that actually I am not the doer. Actually, Krishna is making me an instrument in his hands. So when we develop that humility, that actually I am not the doer. Whatever is happening is by Krishna's mercy, and I am just being an actually instrument in his hands. So when we understand that actually, if you want to understand that, we should read Srila Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gītā as his nice. So Srila Prabhupada has very nicely explained this Bhagavad Gītā so that even a layman can actually apply this in his life. Every one of us can explain. Because Bhagavad Gītā, we call it as it is. Because this Bhagavad Gītā is coming right from Lord Krishna till Srila Prabhupada, who is the 32nd Acharya to the Guru Shishya Parampara. So whatever Krishna has spoken to, actually we should go Krishna to remember Bhagavan to Narada to Vyasa. That Parampara has been, unbroken. That chain of disciples coming over here. So knowledge is pure. So when we practice that knowledge purely, then we will also feel that happiness. So that's what actually. So here we are saying that even somebody may be in a material world, he can experience the spiritual happiness even here. And when death happens, what will happen? He will go back to the spiritual world. Wherever Krishna desires, he will be going off. So he will be happy eternally. But those who are not following the instructions of Bhagavad Gītā, they are leading their life according to their own vision way. For them, the future is very troublesome. So you can understand that actually maybe Bhakti may feel actually initially it will be like maybe feel some bitterness. Oh, I have to wake up morning, I have to chant, I have to give happiness to Krishna. But gradually what will happen? We feel that happiness, that Amrutatva, we experience that nectarine, that nectar, the taste will happen. But what will happen? Material things will be that actually if I get job I will be happy, but how many of us are happy? So we are actually feeling distressed. Initially happiness will be there, material things, but gradually distress will increase. So we have the intelligence to choose which one we need. Whether we need to go ahead with this material happiness, which is every time distress, or we go with the spiritual life, which is increasing happiness and bliss. So Krishna has given this will because if he hasn't given this free will to us, then what will happen? Then love cannot exist. Love means what? If I am loving him, if I want Prabhu to love me, I cannot ask him, no, you come here, you love me, or I will just shoot you like that. Again, get the love like that actually, no. Love is like voluntary. Love depends on the individual's thing, individual thought. So whether he has to decide whether he wants to love me or not. Similarly, so without independence, love cannot exist. Otherwise, everyone will look like a robot. Krishna has expanded himself into different jivas to increase his happiness. So similarly, so he has given this independence whether to love him or leave him. So those who are really intelligent, they will take shelter of Bhagavad Gītā and apply these teachings in their life, and they will make sure that they will go back to home, back to God in this lifetime. And those who are not intelligent, what they will do? They will think that, oh, Bhagavad Gītā, I will read it at the end of my life. We don't know when end of life will come. So what will happen? They will think that, oh, there is no God and let me enjoy. Like that. So, like we can see that actually, Stephen Hawking, he was saying that there is no God. Like that he was showing. No, actually he was propagating there is no God, there is no God. But what happened? I think 2014, I can't remember, there is a famous post thing. He told there is no God. But now there is no Stephen Hawking. Where is Stephen Hawking now? He is still there. So, like, it's not that with my logic and intelligence I can understand God. If you want to understand God, we should follow His instructions. We should become humble and we should surrender to Him. How we can understand God? Through the mercy of spiritual master and devotees. So we should ask devotees how I can improve my spiritual life, where I should go ahead. So like that. So this, actually the main purpose of this satsang is that actually everyone should increase the spiritual. They should advance spiritually, like that. Actually. So we don't should think that actually I should advance spiritually. We are advancing materially. Every year we should get high. I should increase my standard of living. Similarly, we should also increase my japa, increase my reading time, increase my services. Naturally, we should do, because all these things only will help us actually. Because in Bhagavad Gītā itself, Krishna says, "Neha vikrama sosti pratyavayona vidyate sarva opyasa dharmasya prayate bhodovaya." Even a small thing which I do in this spiritual life will save us from the greatest danger. So this is a permanent asset. Whatever things which you are doing, if you are coming to here, hearing lectures, serving here, so whatever we are doing, this is a permanent spiritual credit. But whatever material things we are having 1 crore of bank balance. Whether the bank balance will come with my body? No, it will go to the nominee of somebody else. I cannot carry all these things. So I can only carry what? Only spiritual things. So we should understand the importance of this spiritual life and try to gradually increase. So we should not get frustrated. Actually, I am not able to do that. But we should be sincere. We should pray to Krishna. Krishna, please help me. Let me be able to chant your names for your pleasure. Daily we should chant at least 100 times of Hare Krishna. Krishna has given us 24 hours. We should take at least some 10 minutes for him. How much he has given us? He has given us air, he has given us nice family, he has given us nice food, he has given us everything. It's not that actually we should give some time to Krishna. We should not be that much like greedy one person actually. Because when we give time to Krishna and happiness to him, then gradually our happiness will exist. So we can just, I'm telling that we can just take a time of 6 months and we can just practice Krishna consciousness sincerely. Then you can feel that change in your own life. How we are feeling happiness, how we are feeling always happy and peaceful. So in that way, because material things, life, things may go up and down. But spiritually, if we are determined and sincere, then what will happen? We can gradually progress in the life. Because we should understand that at the end of my life, only spiritual things will account for me, not material things. How many, actually, how much land I have, how much income I have, how many members I know, how much people have to tell me famous, not that actually. So only thing is the spiritual thing is the thing which will be always present. So we should strive to be increase our spiritual activity daily. So I humbly beg all of you. So to myself also to become sincere, because it's easy to sit here and give some classes, but it's also to me also. Like it's for my own purification also, and for all of us to become sincere in the Krishna consciousness. So that daily we should become. So daily we should keep some sadhana time. Daily for chanting, daily for reading Bhagavad Gītā and other books, and daily you can hear Srila Prabhupada's lectures available on YouTube. Srila Prabhupada explains all these things very nicely in a logical way, you can understand it. Even in Hindi also some lectures are available in English also. So if somebody wants lectures, you can ask me also. If you go to YouTube, you can just hear. So Srila Prabhupada gives on different angles based on different places, circumstances, the audience will give nice classes. So So Prabhupada's mercy is always there if you want to be sincere and associate with him. And the best thing is to associate with him through books actually. So I humbly request all of you to at least spare some time to read Srila Prabhupada books daily, so that gradually you can advance to come to other Siksha level and become serious. Because only these things will be the request. So these things may feel funny when I tell all these things, because I am telling something for my own profit, or I just want to brainwash you and come to this comfort. Not like that actually. But what Krishna says is the ultimate truth. So, because devotees are well-wishers, so they want to transmit that Krishna's compassion to all of us. So, they are paradukha dukhi, real devotees are. Because they see that others are suffering, so I should also feel unhappiness, so I should help them. So, devotees are the greatest well-wishers we have. Because otherwise, we can see paradukha sukhi. Because material people will think that if somebody else is this far, he's in places, let me be happy. So, we can see that kind of people more. So that's what actually. So, gradually, everyone should devote some time to daily chant, minimum 1 hour of like Hare Krishna, you can post in the group also. Whenever you are chanting, you just post, I chant 1 hour. So it will become an impetus for us to inspire each of us to chant nicely and inspire us. And daily, you can read from Bhagavad Gītā out of your time, maybe preferably in the morning or maybe in the evening time. Take Bhagavad Gītā or other small books. If you want the list of books, you can ask me, I can also read. So that way, gradually we can come, we should advance to other levels. Because that will be the only thing which will be with us for eternal. Thank you very much. So, any questions, anything you want to ask, you can just ask. I will try to answer with whatever limited knowledge I have. Any?
I have a question. So this is the second time I am coming. I am not sure whether I am allowed to ask the question.
Yes, Mother, you can ask it.
If there is any mistake, just that. See, here it is written like when one is free from the influence of the modes of material nature, he enters into devotional service, the last sentence.
Oh.
And as Guruji, you mentioned, like once we free from, once we leave all the material things in our life, and once we devote ourselves into this kind of like services, go to that level, right? But as a human being, like every stage of our life, we have responsibility.
Yes.
Right? As a child, or maybe after getting married, or after having children,
Yes.
even the old age. Even if like we are ready to be all that kind of material things, we are not fond of money, we are not going behind money, or like we are satisfied by ourselves. So do you think like at least because of our relationships, like our family relationships, and associate to that like some kind of like problems or whatever worries, that definitely it is coming, right? For everyone,
Yes.
that kind of problems are coming, and we cannot escape from that.
Yes.
We have to face it. So I always think that okay, that is maybe like karma, that is something which will happen. So I just want to ask you like, do we need to think like that is also? Like,
Yeah, very practical question, Mati. Thank you for that practical question. So, if you see, the context happens in Bhagavad Gītā like this. When Arjuna doesn't want to fight, Krishna is telling that it's your duty to fight. So, never ever actually Krishna is telling us to give up the material duties, but we should do the duties in conscious that actually I am not a doer, Krishna is the doer. So, maybe we are householders, we have child, we have wife, everything is there. So, whenever we are doing, the consciousness is the matter. In what consciousness I am doing? I am cooking food in my home. If I am thinking that I should be the one who should enjoy, then I am getting entangled. But at the same time, if you are cooking, if you are offering it to Krishna and eating as we used to do here, then that same food we are eating, but what we are doing actually, we are putting Krishna in the center. No, actually. So we are not telling that you should not eat or you should not go to job. So whatever you are doing, you should utilize, you should think in such a way that actually, that you should do it in such a way that actually I am not the doer. This Krishna, this for the pleasure of Krishna, I am doing this. So only consciousness of only we need to change it actually. So till this moment we are thinking that actually I am the enjoyer, or I should take care of, I should eat more, I should take care of my health, and like that we should think actually. So what one should think is that actually we should know that actually whatever I am doing is for the pleasure of Krishna. The thing is that only the consciousness has to be changed. Till this moment we are still body consciousness only, we are not completely Krishna conscious. Till this moment we are thinking that actually I am this body, So I should give maximum happiness to my body. That is the thinking which we are having. But Bhagavad Gita is saying that actually, whatever body you are getting, you use it in Krishna's service. So whatever you are doing, you are going for a job. So you should understand that actually this job has been given to me by Krishna. Actually, because he is the ultimate controller. So what I should do, the money which I am getting, if I am using it for my own enjoyment, I am getting entangled with this modes of nature. But at the same time, if I am utilizing that money to buy anywhere, buy things in my home, vegetables and fruits. So after buying these vegetables and fruits, what we can do, we can keep a photo of Krishna, Radha Krishna or Krishna Balaram. And before eating, what we should do, we should understand that all these vegetables and fruits we are getting from material nature. So material nature is also energy of Krishna. It's not that actually if we give money so that the vegetables and fruits are mine. Because only thing is that actually some farmers are cultivated and we are giving money to them. So everything is coming from earth, water and air actually we see. So everything is actually, if you see the root, everything is coming from Krishna only. So when we lovingly engage all those things in Krishna's service, then we are getting detached or we are not getting entangled. So in that way we can do Mataji. So gradually what we can do is that we understand even daily read Bhagavad Gita, we can chant daily, and whatever income you are getting, you can use it for some sevas also. So in that way you can get, gradually you can come out. But at the same time, there is a challenge that because I am being in past 30-40 years I am living in this way, but my family members are different way. So the thing is that every soul is Krishna conscious. Because it's mentioned, Nitya Siddha Krishna Prem, Sadhya Kamana, Shravana Suddha Chitta, Kara Udavai. Krishna Prem is already there in the heart of every living being. So it's not that actually somebody who is not and believer of Krishna, he doesn't have Krishna consciousness. Already Krishna consciousness is already there. So only thing is that actually we are re-awakening that thing. Like when sun comes in the morning, what will happen? First sunrise will come, then only sun will come. Similarly, when we practice Krishna consciousness, gradually that sun of Krishna consciousness will appear. So already that, now it is in sunset portion. So when we practice Krishna consciousness, what will happen? The sunrise will gradually happen in this life. So what we can do is that two things we can do. So we can practice sincerely and pray for others, and purely when we practice gradually, they will also come. Because all jivas are Krishna conscious only. But we have forgotten Krishna for millions of lifetimes, so we doesn't have the loving relationship with him. But when we come in association of devotees, when we read Bhagavad Gita, when we hear, then gradually at this point of time we think that actually I should develop loving relationship with Krishna. But when we step out from this route, again more some reason like that we forget. So only thing is that actually we should consciously think of Krishna, we should chant Krishna's names. That's why we have this sadhana process is given. Daily you should chant, daily you should read, daily you should hear. We can do all these things, and daily when also we can do some services also. So gradually if we do all these things, then our consciousness will gradually elevate us. That way we can practice. So no need to think that actually, because Krishna has never told that actually we should give up our duties. Because even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, actually Krishna himself, he also tells that actually, Ramam Vipro, Ram Vaishyo, Naramadicha, Gopi Bhartu Bhadramaya, Dasa Dasa Dasa. He's not telling that actually I am a sannyasi, I am a woman, I am a grihastha. He is identifying himself as Gopi Bhartu Kamaraya, Dasa Dasa Dasa. I am just servant of gopis, no? Krishna's devotees. So that is a real identification. So externally, according to karma, we have got this body, we have taken birth in some others. But it's due to your sincerity, you just want to know about Krishna, and Krishna has brought you here. So what we have to do then, I have come in contact with devotees of Krishna. So let me try to apply these teachings in my life in advance. So this gradually, when you come here, when you hear, when you chant daily, when you read, when you serve, then automatically you will be able to advance on this. So this thing will be there not my mind. Generally it will be there because I couldn't speak based on the previous contacts, so it has created a confusion. So I hope you clear your question.
That's really inspiring more words and things.
Thank you. All glories to Srila Prabhupada actually, because just I wanted to offer my obeisance to Srila Prabhupada and devotees from whom I just heard. I am just trying to repeat the words of this. Thank you very much. Anybody else have a question? Or?
One small question.
Yes, thank you.
You said that unless we free ourselves from the modes and engage in service, it's not possible for us to advance Krishna consciousness. But when we are going out, we are getting the association of non-devotees. And Mahaprabhu says that it is very, very dangerous.
Yes.
So, and according to the association, we get into modes.
Modes.
So, how can we, what should we do?
Yes. Nice question, bro. So, as most of us are going out and working outside, so generally we should deal with non-devotees. Of course, we like indispensable. So when we associate with them, then gradually we get affected by the things. So what we can do is that, generally what I have seen advanced devotees used to do. So we should have a nice sadhana in the morning. So that we should sandwich our daily program. Like if we eat sandwich, we can, there is one bread top, one bread bottom, and in between there is a filling. Similarly, we should sandwich our life in such a way that actually we should do sadhana in the morning, sadhana in the evening, and in between we will be working outside. So at that time also, so we should understand that actually, like, whatever is required, we should stop with them. We cannot talk, when our work is coming, we should deal with them and we should be intelligent enough to speak whatever we need. So whenever loose talks happens, really we should keep aloof from them. So when we, only the one thing is that, either we should influence them to our talks or we should leave away from them as maximum as possible. That is the one thing which devotees used to say. Because once we start hearing to them, talking with them, then generally we come to our table, start chit-chatting. But if we are keeping some distance from them, healthy distance, not that actually, they are non-devotees, I am devotees, they are small. We should not never think like that actually. We should have the compassion to them. We should also think that they should all jivas are actually, or like Krishna's sons actually. So we should have compassion for them, we should pray for them. At the same time, we should not get influenced by them. So in that way, we should consciously think that. So our sadhana bhakti will help us, and we should put a mark with them. We are dealing with them, and we should not get indulged in the loose talks or general politics or maybe like sports or anything generally whatever may happen. So in that way, gradually we should try to. And one thing very important is that actually we are not the doer. Actually, Krishna is the one who is controlling us. So if you are sincerely praying that I just want to become a pure devotee of Krishna, so that is the only single prayer we should pray to Krishna. If you are praying that actually I should become a sincere servant of Krishna, then if you are praying to Krishna, definitely Krishna will help us. Krishna is more merciful. So it depends on the intensity of our prayers and our sincerity in sadhana. At the same time, how we should consciously, Krishna has given us the intelligence, how we are using that intelligence when we deal with. So we all are struggling with the same thing only, but we are trying to practice being outside and deal with people. Thank you all for this. No. I think, okay. Leave it, it meant more time, but now. So, and one round of Hare Krishna on the, so it's already delayed, but